Hello, everybody. This is James from BB Ruster, and the 2025 or Season 3 rule set is finally live on BB Ruster. Um, I've met my, what's the date? 29th of December. I've met my end of year deadline, self-imposed deadline. So that's very exciting. We also have all the 2020/Season 2 rules at 2020.bbruster.com. So if you want to keep the old rules, your account can log into this account and it'll have all your old rosters. But let's go forward. All right, so select page. The biggest change actually was kind of a behind the scene change. We've updated the kind of library we're using to the latest version and done some cool things that will hopefully be quite useful in the future. But you won't notice much now, except you can use the back and forward buttons. What have we got in team selection? Obviously, Dungeon Bowl, Gutter Bowl are missing at the moment. We might add them back in soon. Team filters, we've now got the 4 tiers of teams, and if you have a team league you need to choose, you can do that here. And then that will obviously change the star players you can get, which you can see below. Skills, yes, you can now, we have a bit of a skill overview. These aren't the same wording as the rule book, they're just kind of summaries, so you're encouraged to actually go to the actual rule book, which we've given a reference to get the real wording. This is just to kind of remind yourself of what a certain rule might do and have the category and the type, and also this skill color. I don't know how many people use this, but I've kept it in. It's kind of if you're going to a tournament, printing a tournament roster off, and you want to match the skills on your roster to maybe the loom bands or the skill tabs you've put on your players. Um, yes, so that is the new one. So let's create a team. Um, so this is all pretty similar. Major change here is star players aren't next to inducements anymore. They are just in this row. So you just click star and you can then see the star player. This just gives you, the ability to see what skills they have and their stats, which you couldn't do before. And then go back to roster players. Again, everything's similar. If we add skills, all same, but they've just, you can't do a random secondary anymore, and the SVP values have all been updated, and you've got little diamonds there for elite skills. Again, you'll have a little elite skill in your skill overview, and what do I usually do for block? I think block's blue. Um, that's that. Star players are there. Team. I think this is all inducements I haven't really touched. They've just got the updated inducement list from the rule book. Roster tools. Yes, new match. Okay, so new match. We've just pretty similar to what it was. I think what we've got, player events have now changed a little bit. They have um, team through teammate events, which didn't exist before. And if you're stalling's important because post-game calculation winnings now use if you stalled or not. So if you didn't stall, you get 10,000 more in the winnings, and then obviously MVP, you now get to choose 6 players. So you can either choose 6 and have a roll, or if you want, you can just, roll in real life and choose who you get. Save match is the same, except it does have the option to remove miss next game. So miss next game, injuries have changed a bit. Now we have hatred. So to create hatred, we've added this new interactive injury. So you've got the different tables, injury table, stun, knocked out. This does work actually with Thick Skull. So let's get a new team. Who has Thick Skull? Nos. Yeah, Nos have Thick Skull. All right, so let's say we have a lineman. You'll see now that if you go to entries, new interactive entry, it will also change the table if you've got Thick Skull. So let's, yay, casualty. And then, so we can again roll a d16 for this table, or just kind of click on the table if you've done it in real life. Lasting injury, will automatically apply the miss next games, niggling injuries, or lasting injury. Well, lasting injury will go back to this kind of similar UI which exists, and then you can select hatred. So these are all the tags from the star players and players, and obviously you get a 4+, and you can apply hatred, and they'll just then kind of appear in both your skill list and in your player overview. And all these changes are obviously in the card view as well, which is advised for when you're in mobile mode. I think that is pretty much all the new additions at the moment. There's a few more things in the pipeline, but yeah, thank you for your patience and good luck for the next season.